Do you feel caught up in a cycle of addiction and habits? And do you feel disempowered in general in life? Do you feel like you don't have power? We get taught at a very early age that power is a bad thing. If I talk about being powerful as a man, it triggers most people. And this is because men have abused their power in the past. And because of them, we don't get to experience the healthy power that we all have access to. And not only that, it was our birthright. We were born very powerful. We had full range of emotional expression. We didn't have addictions and habits that were draining us. We didn't have the thoughts, the belief systems that told us we're not okay as we are and that we have to make ourselves small. This is essentially an attack on our masculinity as men. Not on women, obviously. Women are having their masculinity paraded and promoted. But for men, it's a different story. We're not allowed to be masculine these days. We're not allowed to be powerful. And so we condition to hide. And if you catch yourself hiding your power, if you feel disempowered around women, if you feel disempowered when you step out of the house, if you are draining yourself with your habits and addictions, then this video is for you. I've put a link in the description below. If you would like to sign up for my newsletter, you'll get exclusive and uncensored content. So let's crack straight on. Your nervous system has everything to do with how you show up as a man. If your nervous system is caught up in fight, flight or freeze, which is essentially the survival states, then you can only experience the survival emotions. These survival emotions are shame, fear, guilt, depression, anxiety, anger, pride, lust. They're all separation. They're linked to separation. They're all linked to the ego. They're all about me. Me. I need to try and find a sense of safety in a dangerous world. And you might notice that they don't feel good to experience. What do we do when we don't feel good? Well, we look for something outside of ourselves to try and feel good. We try and enhance our sense of self. We try and find an internal feeling from the world around us. And we can do that through addictions and habits. We can do that with our phones. We can do that in relationships. We can do that with women. And it's all coming from I'm not okay as I am. I need to feel okay. And I can only feel okay by having something outside of myself. And you'll notice that it's a total avoidance of going within and finding within the feeling that we're okay as we are. And then we won't be so reliant and so attached on the things around us to complete us because we've gone within and found it. Now, when we rely on something outside of ourselves, we instantly go into separation, we experience these survival emotions, and then life isn't good, life isn't fun. You literally can't experience good feelings and sensations in the body when we're locked in survival. It's not possible. We weren't designed to feel good when we're under threat. We were designed to fight and to go up into our heads and try and figure out how not to die, essentially. And in today's world, that figuring out how not to die from the mind, from the thinking, can look like social anxiety when we're trying to figure out how to stay safe in a social environment. We're trying to figure out how to stay safe when we're on a date with a woman. And a lot of men don't want to admit this, but it's the fear response. It's an unconscious reaction to women that is linked to our early years trauma. And we don't get given the opportunity to heal this trauma as we grow up into adults. So we carry these childhood wounds and they actually push the experiences away that we really desire. I don't care how much of a manly man, like a masculine man who claims that he doesn't need women. We all want to, unless we're gay obviously, we all want love from a good woman. The only thing is if we want the woman that we're relating with to be able to open her heart and so we can experience that love, then really we've got to start showing up in our powerful masculine energy, because that's what provides the safety for her to drop into her heart, and so because she feels safe around us. But if we're up in our head trying to figure out how can I get this woman to like me, how can I stay safe, we don't exude safety. It creates discomfort in her, and it puts her into a masculine because she has to protect herself. The masculine's the protector, right? This is where things have been a bit kind of, I don't know, society's had this men being masculine, women being feminine role reversed, and so the women are having to be more masculine because us men aren't showing up in our masculine. We're showing up in our feminine, and it's a chaotic version of that as well. And it comes from the mind, we're also very much in our hearts, but from a needy perspective. And it's because we're not connected to our core. We're not connected to the ground. We don't feel the energy in our lower body. Like we don't. It's almost like we're energetically cut off. I mean, it is like we are energetically cut off. That's exactly what's happening. We're cut off from our penises, from our cocks, so we don't feel the energy of that. That's what makes us a man. It's a big part of being a man. If you want to increase your capacity to feel more masculine, you've got to not have so much shame in your cock. Now, most men don't want to admit that they have that, but we all have it. It's been put in us from society, from music, from movies. We're being heavily influenced by so much, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's real. Now, there's a way around it. You don't have to be so affected by the world. We're coming back to this whole inner and outer reality, right? When I was saying that if we don't feel good inside, we try and get something outside of us to feel good. That's attachment to the world around us. This goes back thousands of years. The Buddha talks about this. All attachment is suffering. So this is all a way of, an expression of our suffering. Now, if you don't want the world around you to affect you so much, you have to not be so attached to the way things are. Because the more attached we are to the way things needing to be a certain way, the more we suffer when they don't go our way. But the more we can do the inner work and to find within us the place where we're okay as we are, doesn't matter what's going on around us, the less attachment we have to the things around us, the more peace we can generate essentially in our body. I mean, we can experience more peace, more calm. When we're calm, we're more in our masculine. It's a beautiful masculine quality to have, is to experience a calm inner world, to not be so dictated by everything around us. Just think, the more the world triggers your emotional states, the more the world puts you into fight or flight, the less confident you're going to be. Because you don't know when the next thing that's coming that's going to put you into a state of stress and have you feeling like shit. And that could be an angry glance from a woman, it could be a challenge from another man, it could be a social situation, it could be not performing to how you want to perform in the bedroom. There's many things that affect us as men. I have my own triggers, you have yours. If you're caught up in habits and addictions and you're not taking your gift out into the world, you're going to struggle in life. You're not going to be feeling good. You're going to need more addictions to stimulate any sense of worth or feeling within you. But all that's going to do is keep you spiraling down and down further into despair and trauma, essentially. You have the ability to stand up strong as a man and actually do the things that you want to do. And my advice is to go and do it. You just stand up and go do the thing that you're not doing. Use this video as an example. You think I was always able to do a video like this? I mean, I feel pretty good in my body. There's people around me that can hear me talking. I don't care about that. That's never hasn't been my reality for very long. This time last year, I couldn't do what I'm doing now. That's crazy. This time last year, I was caught up in so many addictions, so many habits. It was just draining my life force. I just had nothing within me. As soon as I'd wake up, I would be having to drink coffee. Sometimes I might smoke a bit of green and just stimulating myself constantly. Now things are different. I wake up in the morning, I meditate for half an hour, I'm feeling down into my core. This is a beautiful place for us to go. The core is like the dantian. It's the area in the body that sits, this kind of sits above the perineum and also behind the belly button a few inches down. This is kind of like the pelvic bowl. And essentially what I'm doing is I'm breathing down deep into my pelvis for half an hour every morning. And I also bring that breath out into the world. So it's not just a thing I do on my meditation pillow. I bring it out into the world. I would do it now, but the constant talking, it makes it quite hard. But I noticed that in general, my voice is, my breath has dropped. I'm dropping my breath. I breathe down into my lower body now. What that means is that the diaphragm that sits under the lung gets pulled down with my breath, and now the lung has a larger capacity to expand. This means that now, when I breathe, I'm bringing more life into my body, but more importantly, I'm bringing less activation to the nervous system, so I'm going into the parasympathetic more. And that means that my body feels safe, my nervous system feels safe. Now I can do the things that I've been avoiding doing for so long. I can record videos, I can run workshops, I can have people pay money to hear me talk. That's crazy that people would do that, especially to the version of me a year ago who was caught up in so much shit. So you can totally change your life around. It's actually not that hard, but you've really got to commit to yourself to stop all the habits and addictions. They're draining you. You want to start looking at where in life you make yourself small, where you disempower yourself. And you want to start stepping into those areas of life with your power. You can do some energy work. You can imagine yourself on a date with a woman if that's what's bringing up fear. And then imagine yourself in that situation where you're sitting back and you're relaxed and your feet are planted on the ground and you're not in your head trying to get her to like you. You're actually able to connect with her from that place. And then you can start feeling good in your body. That's another thing. You want to feel good in your body. Can you just sit down in an empty room and feel good? And if you can't do that, then you're way more likely to start going for addictions and habits. Most men I know have no idea how to feel good in their body. That's why we need so many things to try and feel good. I still get caught up in my addictions as well, so I'm not claiming that I've fixed this area in life 100%. I think if I had done, things would be very different for me, but I'm on this journey. Things are working out very well recently, especially my ability to hold space for women and have deep emotional experiences and connections in and outside the bedroom. That my capacity for that is starting to really grow. That's because of the embodiment work that I'm doing and the grounding. As men, we're space holders. That's what we do. We show up, we create space, we create a container for the feminine to feel safe so she can open her heart, then we receive her love, and then that cycle continues. That's how we start to feel better as men. If you don't feel good in your body, I'm guessing you're probably chasing addictions and habits, and all that's doing is keeping you locked up in survival. I'll end the video now, but please like and subscribe. Put any questions in the comments if you need help with anything. I'm here for you guys. Just use me, ask questions. Join my newsletter as well. Be good to have some of you guys on there. I'm offering deals and coaching, and I will see you in the next video.